Hi guys, welcome back. I am back with a pregnancy update video. I know it's been a while since I posted a video on my channel, and I will explain all of that in this video. Everything will make a lot more sense. If you're following me on Instagram, you kind of already know like what's been going on. If not, you definitely should because I do updates on there. So today I'm going to pick up what's been going on since the second half of my second trimester all the way through my first half of the first trimester. I'm currently 33 weeks. I did film this video once. That didn't go very well, so I'm pre-filming this after Christmas. Today is 2 days after Christmas, so I still have all the questions to look back on. Honestly, the second half of my second trimester was a breeze, you guys. Like, it is so true what they say that the second trimester is like the sweet spot. It's just enjoy yourself, enjoy your pregnancy, enjoy feeling your little baby kicks because at least for me personally, things got a little rough towards the end, towards the beginning of the first trimester. All my morning sickness was gone. I didn't feel any body aches because even though my belly had already popped, I wasn't so big that I was uncomfortable, so I was able to get really good sleep. My appetite was back, so I was eating whatever I wanted. There was like a full 2 or 3 weeks where I was actually back to like cooking every day, which you guys know I love to cook. So I was cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I felt like I had my energy back. I was filming a ton. I don't know if you guys noticed, but like there was like a 2 to 3 week period where I was uploading like 3 to 4 times a week. Do you guys want to see a belly shot before we get into it, just so you guys can understand why I'm like so out of breath? Okay, so there is my current belly at 33 weeks. We actually went in yesterday. The baby weighs 4 pounds and 2 ounces. He literally takes up my entire stomach. So the blissfulness of the second trimester ended right at the 27-week mark. I was feeling so good, full of energy. All of a sudden, my lower back, specifically my right hip, started hurting to the point where I just could not get any relief. You know, sometimes when you have body aches, putting your feet up or like relaxing a certain way or doing a certain stretch will give you relief and you'll feel a lot better. But with this pain, nothing was giving me relief. Like I remember being on YouTube looking up like pregnancy stretches for hip pain, pregnancy massages for hip pain. Like I was just trying to find something because obviously I didn't want to take any Tylenol because the pain wasn't that severe. It was just like more not really letting me rest type of pain. It wasn't like excruciating pain. So I was, I was looking up all kinds of videos, and finally, my sister actually just had her baby girl. So her baby is about 6 weeks old. So she was pregnant around the same time that I was pregnant too. So she sent me a picture of this thing that I'll see if I can insert a clip for you guys, but it's basically this blow up bed that has like a cutout in the middle to put your belly in it. So you can like lay on it with your belly down. And it's supposed to give you some relief in your hip area and your back. She's like, I wish I would have had this when I was pregnant. So my husband ordered it for me. We got Amazon Prime, so we got it like 2 days later. And I laid down on that and I showed my husband one of the massage techniques for your hip area. Such a lifesaver. It gave me all the relief that I needed, and just like that night I slept like a baby. Like it was so good. The right hip pain has pretty much not gone away since, but it's gotten a lot more tolerable. I started doing these stretches that I found online, just like trying to stretch my hip every day and my lower back. That's been helping a lot. A lot of you guys wanted to know what I've been doing to like stay fit and stay healthy during my pregnancy. Unfortunately, I haven't been exercising other than the stretches that I told you guys, which isn't actually exercising. It's just like stretching, trying to, stretch out my back muscles. I have just been trying to focus on my eating. I did do a what I eat in a day video, so if you guys want to check it out, that's kind of pretty much what I've been sticking to. Like I had this preconceived notion that pregnant women eat a lot. Like I just figured, they say you're eating for 2, but it is so not true. It's the opposite. Like, yes, I get hungry a lot, but when it comes to eat, there's very little room in my stomach, so I don't eat a lot. I actually eat less than I did before. So I'll just eat smaller meals more frequently, which is kind of already what I did before I was pregnant. I have had to kind of deprive myself a little bit because I have been wanting a lot of sugar, like sweets. I remember they told me that if you crave sweets, you're having a girl. That is so not true because we double verified and triple verified. We're having a boy and my cravings are out of control for sweets. Like right now, my thing is sweet tea. Like I don't drink coffee anymore in the mornings. Like I gave that up probably about around the time that I filmed that What I Eat in a Day video. I gave up coffee. So now like I've been craving sweet tea, like ice cold sweet tea. And my favorite has to be from Chick-fil-A and I forgot the name of the barbecue place. It's this barbecue place that we have near the house. And they make like amazing sweet tea. We are still doing our green smoothies that I showed you guys in that video of What I Eat in a Day. And I'm still drinking 2 coconut waters a day. This is going to sound so silly, you guys. But, okay, I'm going to start off with like the very beginning. When I first found out I was pregnant, I went through that phase of like just feeling bloated. I felt like my clothes didn't fit me. I just felt like bleh, you know? And then I went right at like 18 weeks, my little baby bump popped. So I started to feel a little more confident, in like wearing tighter clothes and like knowing that I looked pregnant and not just like I'd gained a bunch of weight. And then I got into a stage where my belly grew even more to the point where I had to go out and actually get maternity clothes. And that kind of made me feel a little bit like not cute, you know, like I felt frumpy in my clothes. And I found what really helped is wearing tight clothes, kind of like what I'm wearing right now. This is actually a dress. It's a midi dress, but I scrunch it up and wear it as a top. So just letting my baby bump actually show makes me feel less frumpy. And because my energy is so low, I don't want to get as dressed up as I used to and like go all out. So I just kind of been sticking to basics, like blacks. I have my 2 maternity leggings, and because it's been really cold, I've just been wearing my black Uggs like every day. That has been my uniform. It's just like a tight shirt like this, whatever color. Another thing that's really helped me like kind of just make me feel pampered throughout my pregnancy is getting my nails done. So my entire pregnancy I've had my nails done, which has helped so much. Like I can't tell you guys how good it feels. Well, you guys probably know to just like, you just feel a little bit more put together, and it just makes you have a better day to know that you look down, your nails look pretty. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But so a lot of you guys have been asking like what I've been doing. It's the dip powder, so there's no chemicals, and then these are my natural nails. So it's just like a little powder nail polish that you dip your finger into, and then the color comes on. And when they take it off, they just soak it in acetone, and it doesn't ruin your real nail. So I love it. It lasts for like 3 to 4 weeks or until I go and take it off. And then also I told you guys I splurged on some really luxurious skincare. I actually talked about it in my pregnancy favorites video, but I wanted to let you guys know which ones are the ones that I've been using. I've been obsessed with this almond oil by L'Occitane. It smells so good, and this is what my husband uses to massage my hip area too whenever it's like really bothering me. So it's a really good massage oil, and it's a really good belly oil. And I did go back to my Mama Body Butter cream. This is the best body butter that I have used. I went through the L'Occitane body butter from this brand, and that one was nice, but I didn't feel like it was as hydrating. I also tried the Burt's Bees. I didn't care for that one. That was more like a lotion. I tried the cocoa butter one. That one just didn't melt the way I wanted it to melt. Like it just took too much heat and too much rubbing in. I ended up going back to the Mama Butter. This is my favorite one. I think it is a little bit pricey, but I think it's totally worth it. Those are the things that I've been doing to like make myself feel better and feel more pampered and more put together. We're like 90% sure that we have a name for the baby. Right now, our baby's nickname is Baby J. So if I ever talk about him, that's what we refer to him as, Baby J. I also got a lot of questions about like what prenatals I'm taking and all that. I talked about all of those things in my pregnancy essentials video. The only thing that has changed is the body butter, which I just showed you guys. But I think I even mentioned this in that video. So I will leave that video link down below. I also mentioned to you guys in my What I Eat in a Day video that my platelets had been dropping. I explained to you guys because I already have a condition called chronic ITP, which ITP is something that actually a lot of pregnant women will experience no matter what, but mine just happened to drop really low. So update with that, the downtrend continued. They ended up dropping a lot more, substantially more, to the point where my OB got worried, so she sent me to a specialist, a hematologist. So I went and saw the hematologist, and we started treatments to start raising my platelets. I had two options, either to take prednisone or a treatment called IVIG, which you have to go in and get infusions for, I want to say it took like 5 hours per treatment. So I went into that. I did that instead of prednisone because prednisone has really terrible effects for me personally. And I have had IVIG in the past, and the side effects are not quite as bad as the steroids are, and I just want to avoid steroids altogether. They are so bad for you. And the treatment worked. After 4 days, we went back and drew my blood again, and my platelets had doubled. Now they were still well below what they need to be, so I believe you have to be around an 80 count to be able to have an epidural or any type of like spinal tap whenever you go and deliver your baby. Otherwise, you have to go all natural, which I've talked to you guys about before, which I'm terrified of the pain of labor. I mean, I don't know what woman isn't. So I will have to go in for a few more treatments before I go into labor. So then come I want to say it was like week 29, I developed a rash on my right hip or my left hip. I don't remember which one, but it just looked like a little rash, like a bunch of little bug bites. And I just remember itching it and thinking at first, like maybe, I got bit by mosquitoes or something. And then the second day, they didn't go away, and they was still like super itchy, and it almost looked like it was getting bigger. So we had an OB appointment that week. So I asked the OB about it, and she's like, oh, that's normal to get rashes like that when you're pregnant. Like to my OB, everything is normal, I swear. Like everything I've shown her, she's like, oh, that's normal. So she told me to take some over-the-counter like corticoid cream and rub it on there. That actually did nothing, and the rash ended up spreading, but not just like a rash. It ended up looking like hives, like I had been bit by like a bunch of like bees or something. Like the hives were all over my arms, my legs, my sides, pretty much all over my body. The only place it didn't get me was like, I didn't get any on my belly, which is so bizarre. I didn't get any on like my chest area or my face, but everywhere else I was covered in these red dots, and they were itchy, you guys, like excruciating itchy, like to the point where I didn't sleep for nights. And I just remember my husband would try to help me go to sleep by like rubbing really cold lotion on my body. And I would fall asleep for like an hour, and then I would wake up just crying and scratching. And I just remember like praying for morning sickness instead of that agonizing itchiness, which I know sounds dramatic, but it was that itchy, you guys. When you get a mosquito bite and you scratch it, and that kind of satisfies your need to scratch, at least for like, 5 minutes or whatever. Well, nothing satisfied it. The dermatologist didn't know what the heck it was. So we did a biopsy. They had to cut me open right here and like take a little sample and stitch me up and all of that. And meanwhile, I'm just like, just get me something for this itchiness. Like it was so bad. Like all day I was just scratching, and it was just thinking about it. While we waited for the results, the nurse told me that she had something called PUPPs in the past, and that's what she thought it was by looking at my rash. So it's like spelled PUPPS. And she told me to go out and buy this cream that would help with the itchiness. It's called Sarna cream. So of course, like I was willing to try anything. Like I literally went online and like tried every concoction that's out there for this thing called PUPPs. The results still weren't back, so we didn't really know what it was. I was just trying to find anything that would give me relief. So this allowed me to go to sleep. I would still wake up in the middle of the night with this intense itchiness, but it did soothe it a lot. When the results finally came in, the dermatologist told me that it was indeed PUPPs. And the reason he didn't think it was PUPPs is because normally with PUPPs, the rash starts in your belly area and then it just spreads throughout the rest of your body. So for me, I had more like hives all over my body and nothing in my belly area. So he was telling me, he's like, you learn something new every day, because he had never seen PUPPs develop the way it did on my body. The good and bad side of having PUPPs as opposed to anything else is that it wasn't an autoimmune disease. Number one, I wasn't contagious. I also wasn't going to pass it on to the baby. And I wasn't going to be dealing with this reoccurring rash for the rest of my life, which I was thankful for. The bad thing about PUPPs is it's basically, the way he explained it, it's just your body reacting to the hormones of pregnancy. And for PUPPs, it happens to a lot more women that are having boys. So some people believe that you're actually reacting to the hormones of the boy. But I have read a few stories where some people that had PUPPs were having girls. So there's always an exception to the rule. So because your body is reacting to the hormones of pregnancy, the only way to get rid of PUPPs is by giving birth to your baby. And there's really nothing you can do or not do to make it go away. However, the dermatologist did prescribe me something before he knew it was PUPPs. And it's like a topical steroid cream. And it's this huge tub of it almost looks like Vaseline. I used this for a week straight. I also used this at night just to soothe it throughout the day. I stopped using all scented, scented lotions. I stopped using my oils. Anything that had scent in it, I just stopped it. I started washing all of my clothes with scent-free soap, the same soap that you use for baby clothes. I also bought this soap online called Uncle Pine's bar soap. I think that's what it's called. I'll leave a link for you guys below, but I told you guys I was up all those nights that I was up crying and scratching and not being able to sleep. I would go online and I would go on forums and read what other women did to get rid of this PUPPs or alleviate it. So those are all the things that I did. I don't know what worked, to be honest. I don't know if it was the steroid topical cream that they sent me. I don't know if it was the soap that I was using or the fact that I stopped using all of these scented things, but it went away after 2 weeks. So I guess I was one of the lucky ones. I still have you guys might be able to see it, the little dots where it's drying up. They say that it could scar if you scratch too hard. I'm hoping that it's not going to scar on me. I've been using bio oil, but you can see where the little hives were. And that's what they look like when they heal. I remember the nurse that recommended this. I just felt so good talking to her because I felt like everybody else was just kind of dismissing the fact that I was so itchy, that I had this rash. Everybody was kind of giving me the eye roll, it's normal, you're being dramatic. But this nurse, just having her empathize with me and know what it was like to go through it and give me an actual useful recommendation. I just felt better talking to her because she knew what I was going through. And so if any of you guys are going through that, just know you have somebody that empathizes with you and knows you're not crazy. This stuff sucks, it sucks really, really bad. But this right here will give you some relief. It's got menthol in it, so it does have a cooling sensation, and it helped a lot. So that's what my entire month has consisted of. I have been able to do some online shopping for the baby, so a lot of the stuff has already come in. Which I've been giving you guys little sneak peeks on Instagram. So I'm really excited to share with you guys. My niece came over for Christmas, so she got to test out some of the baby stuff that is for our baby, which was really cool because we got to see what actually works and what doesn't. So yeah, that's going to be a whole separate video. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So yeah, I just want to say thank you to everybody on Instagram that's been sending their well wishes and prayers for my health and baby's health. Baby is doing fine. He's growing. The baby weighs 4.2 ounces at 33 weeks. But the doctor did say that he is a little bit on the smaller side of the normal weight. So we did a stress test and he responded fine. You guys, right at 30 weeks, I started feeling him move so much. He doesn't kick anymore as much as he does grind. I guess because there's so little room in there, every time he moves, he has to move his entire body and shift his entire body. I can literally feel what body part is moving at the time. His head is down by my bladder right now, and I get these little bulges on the top right part of my stomach. So I asked the doctor yesterday when they were doing the sonogram, I was like, what is that? What is that little bulge? And it was the little booty. He likes to stick his booty up over here, and it makes my stomach look deformed, almost like a sideways cone. And I couldn't figure out, I'm is he going like this? But yeah, the doctor said that is the baby kind of sticking his booty up, and that's what's comfortable for him. The stress test came back normal, and My mom is convinced that the reason that he's on the smaller side is because I haven't been eating a lot of like red meats. And a lot of the red meats here in the US particularly, they are filled with hormones, which do make babies grow bigger. Because in Panama, it is so normal to have babies that come out weighing like 6 pounds. Like I was 6 pounds when I was born, and they're perfectly healthy. Because you don't have a lot of those hormones in the meats and things like that in Panama, in countries like Panama. My husband has just been really awesome, and he has just been the biggest help. Like, I don't think I could have gone through this pregnancy without him. He's been picking up all my slack around the house, like, because I had just been so low on energy. My entire family had just been like, you just need to be stress-free. So I didn't even have my Christmas party that I was planning on having. I can't even bend down to like pick anything up anymore. I have a little grabber. I think you guys saw it in one of my videos, and some of you guys were asking where I got it from. I got it off of, or I didn't get it. It was actually a gift from my brother-in-law, but I think he got it off of Amazon. I will link to the same exact one down below, but he did say he did a lot of research on it to get like the best ergonomic grabber, and it's really good. Like I can pick up Nala and Bambi's dog food, and it's in a can and it's really heavy. I can pick that up. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a lot of baby videos on my channel, to be honest. I don't know. I haven't really decided that. Like I said, I think I'm going to decide that once the baby is here. But I am working on revamping my entire blog, which is MissLizHeart.com. And I do plan on doing some mommy posts on there. So if you guys have not gone to my blog, go ahead and check the link down below. It is currently under construction, but you guys can bookmark it right now so you can come back to it later once it's up and running. I cannot wait to show you guys the finished design. I've been working with a website creator, so she's working on it for me right now, and I've already seen what it's going to look like. It's going to look amazing, you guys. So yeah, I think I pretty much answered all of your questions. If I forgot anything, just leave them in the comments and I will answer it on there. I am going to be having a baby haul video, a newborn haul coming up next. We still haven't picked our stroller or our car seat. So please let me know if you guys have any recommendations for either one of those. And again, thank you guys for being so understanding about my lack of videos this holiday season. I had so many fun ideas in mind, and God just had different plans for me. So as long as I'm feeling good, I will be continuing to film videos. As long as baby's healthy and all that, I will continue filming videos for you guys. So yeah, with all that said, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.